Well, hello there, my crochet friends. How are you guys doing? Yeah, okay. So it's Monday. I'm lucky that I know it's Monday. I'm lucky that I know my name is Jenny. To those of you who might be new here, hi, welcome to Granny Square Peg. It is Monday, June 24th. I know it has been a while. I know. Depressive episodes. For me, they happen about 3 to 4 times a year, okay? And I know what to do for them because I've been having them since I was 15 years old, okay? Unless there's some external influence, like you lose your job, you get divorced, somebody in your family dies, because that's just normal type of depression on top of chronic depression. But for me, it's nothing like that. It's just, it comes, it goes, up, down, back and forth. So about every 3 or 4 months, I'll have a depressive episode. I know what to do to take care of myself. But right when I was coming out of it, I had an appointment back in May at a psychiatrist's office to help get a diagnosis for what my mental health, because diagnoses, they change over time, and new things come into the medical community and old things go out. Okay, so I got a diagnosis that I'm not completely, it's not that I'm not happy with it. It's just, it doesn't feel right. So they got a list of things and you're like, okay, yeah, that. I mean, yeah, okay, I did that. And then it's like, no. But they still say, well, you've got this. And I'm like, yeah, I fit 1 or 2 things out of the profile, but not all of them. So I don't agree with the diagnosis. So since early May, I've been miserable and moping around. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? What do I have the power to do? Right? I have the power to go out and get a second opinion. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go out and get a second opinion. So what happens is I don't crochet. I don't read a book. I'm up and I'm functional with my family. Okay. I can hang out with my husband, hang out with my kids. I can still do a load of laundry, although it's been like 3 weeks since I've done a load of laundry. My husband did my laundry yesterday. So, and that's nice. Like when you can't quite take care of yourself, that, they've built a family around me that will help. So my husband did some laundry for me yesterday, right? One of my kids will make sure there's shampoo in the bathroom, and get those gentle reminders. Go take a shower. You might feel just a little bit better. Here's your favorite meal. Let's have some comfort food together. Hey, how about if we sit and watch a movie, right? So I love that my family does that for me, my husband and our 3 kids. It's such a help, okay? Sometimes it's just the smallest things that are the best things ever. So, I've only just recently picked up my crochet hook. Okay, and then I was struggling with shopping. I did that big, great yarn purge of 2023. And I feel like I've done nothing but shop for yarn recently, because you're on the hunt, you're treasure hunting in the thrift store, and you get this big dopamine rush when you find yarn in the thrift store that is still in very good shape at a very low decent price compared to its price in the big box stores and the craft stores, and it's a bargain and it's a steal. But when you bring it all home and you live in a house with 3 bedrooms and only 1,200 square feet, and no basement, no attic, no garage, no shed, where do you put it all? It sits under a chair. It sits under a coffee table. It sits in a bag in the corner, and it just piles up and piles up and piles up. So I feel like I've done nothing but just box myself in again with my compulsive shopping and having to have the stuff that I find in the store. So I had to rein that back in a little bit, and now I'm sitting and I'm looking at the aftermath of it, which I will not show you because I am completely embarrassed by it. Then I'm back to having more yarn than I could possibly need. I could use it. Everybody could use it, given 1,000 years in your lifetime. Sure, you could use all of it, but who's going to live that long? And I've been working really hard to get rid of the clutter in my house so my kids do not inherit a cluttered house from me. So I feel like I've had quite a few steps back. recently, and with the things breaking on the car and the washer breaking, our hot water heater breaking, it's just, life has been too much lately. On top of all that, my 17-year-old, which is my youngest, is the only one that has a driver's license. My other 2 kids don't yet. Was in a car accident, but not with another car, just by themselves. They were driving on the road. It had been a day where there was a lot of heavy rain, and we know that we have bald tires on her dad's car, okay? And when you have tires that are bald, they slip and they slide in the rain, and you can hydroplane. Well, that's exactly what happened. 17 years old, she's driving at night with a friend. They're going to Dairy Queen, and they hydroplaned and hit the curb. And in hitting the curb, it really damaged my husband's car. So we're not mad about that. We're just glad our kid's okay. There was no damage to either one of the kids in the car. But the front end of the car is so broken that $800 later, because we had to fix the broken front end and we had to replace those 2 tires. So it's just, life has been kicking us in the teeth lately. Even my husband, who is a lot more even-tempered than I am, who is a lot more go with the flow, even he has come to me recently in the last couple of weeks and says, Jennie, I can't take anymore. I can't. I need a break. And I'm like, dude, I know. So we've been actually, like, the last 2 or 3 weeks, on the weekends, we just kind of hang out with each other on the weekends. And we just do nothing. We're not doing chores around the house. We're not doing projects around the house. We're not doing a lot of errands outside the house. We're just hanging out with each other to try to support each other and decompress and maybe talk some things through, like our priority list, like where are we going to start with everything that is broken and everything that needs to be done and fixing the car, so that's what we've been doing. We've just been trying to decompress and then reset and get back to our normal happy selves, because who needs all this stress like this? Nobody needs this. And I don't know why the universe is so mad at us and throwing all this crap at us lately. It feels like the universe is trying to break us, I gotta tell you. But we're not. We're still standing strong. Are we tired? Yes. Do we feel a little beat up? Yes. Are we broken yet? No. We're strong. We can do it. We've got a nice foundation here in our house. We can do it. So, all that being said, I want to thank you guys for being patient with me. I know I have not been putting out videos. It's hard to sit here knowing I've got so much crap going on in my daily life. And I know you guys understand. You have all reached out with Instagram, with in my comment section here at YouTube, with emails. I want to thank each and every single one of you who have reached out. You guys, even in my darkest days, when I'm down in the bottom of that deep dark pit of despair and your messages come in and I see them, it is a bright spot in my day. And I know that we're practically strangers, but I feel like there are some of you out there who do know me a bit. I am honest. I am transparent. This is me. This is what I look like in everyday life. Okay, I talk to you like we're friends, and it's really weird because in real life I actually don't have a lot of friends because I'm a bit weird and I'm a bit hyper, and people don't know what to do with me. So. I love you guys very much, and I want to appreciate everybody who does. I know it's not easy to reach out and send a message, or because you feel like maybe your message wouldn't come across right, or maybe you don't want to bother somebody. It's never a bother to me, never at all. Okay, I love hearing from you guys, so thank you very much. So to anybody who is new here and we're not doing any crochet stuff for the moment, just be patient with me. Click off of this video, go watch something else. It's fine. Come back when we're actually crocheting. It's okay. So in other news, my 21-year-old. Oh my God, my 21-year-old is getting ready to move out. Oh. My friends, I don't think I'm ready. So my husband and I, we have 3 kids. I'm very vague about their genders and their names because they're allowed to have some privacy. That's why I always refer to them as my oldest, my youngest, but my middle child is always my 19-year-old because I never actually call them my middle child, right? So 19, 21, and 17. 21 is done with high school, did 2 years of community college, works from home. They do computer work, and so that can be done from anywhere. Is a computer coder. All of my kids, they were tested when they were younger. They're all gifted, okay? So that's a proud mom moment because all 3 of my kids are gifted. So my kid does computer codes. So all the computer electronics around you, man, my kid writes the code for it. So they're getting ready to move out and moving in with their bestest friend, their soulmate. That these 2, when you see them together, they are so perfect for each other, even at that young age. And so it's not going to be far from my house. It's only a 20-minute car ride. But, am I ready? I'm not ready. So my 19-year-old is working. They finished high school. Didn't want to go to college right away. Needed a break from school. Is working at a pet supply store. And it's, my goodness, my kid took to it like a fish in water. This kid is going to be running the store someday and then owning the store someday. So good at it, right? I'm surprised that we don't have more pets in our house than we do. So my 17-year-old just finished their 11th grade year of high school, so they've got 1 more year of high school to go. Is also working 2 jobs. Being in the suburbs of Philadelphia, my youngest works at Sesame Place. So how cool is that, right? I've got little enamel pins and keychains and socks all from Sesame Place. I am like a walking advertisement. I have Big Bird socks, Oscar the Grouch. My little pins are the yip yips. You know the yip yips? They go yip, yip, yip. I got pins with yip yips. And then my kid, the 17-year-old, also works at a local bakery. So lots of work this summer for the kids. So I'm proud of each and every single one of them. The kids I love my kids so much, and I get along with them so well that's why it's hard at 21 years old with my oldest getting ready to move out. Like, I want them to get out and see the world and explore and travel and experience things. But I want them to from home, right? So I'm struggling with my oldest getting ready to move out. Yeah. So I only just recently picked up my crochet hook because I have to get ready for Christmas in July, right? Y'all got to get ready for Christmas in July. And I haven't really told you my plans because I don't really have any. I just do this by the seat of my pants. Seriously. I just come up with this idea one day and I say, hey, let's do this. And I work it out later or as I go along. So, Christmas in July, I want to make a blanket that has the shape of a Christmas tree on it, okay? And I want to use my patchwork squares, all right? And then do a white or a soft white for the background and some squares down at the bottom in brown to make a tree trunk. So my husband helped me draw up a graph for it, and I will make it available to you guys so you can use colored pencils, crayons, markers, and figure out where you want to put your squares if you want to make a blanket with more squares. I know we're all about squares this year, but seriously, my channel name is Granny Square Peg because a granny square and a square peg. I'm the square peg, mind you, okay? I'm the weirdo that doesn't just fit in with society, okay? And granny squares being iconic of crocheting. So my first one that I want to do, so like I want to make 2 blankets, one in greens and reds because they are traditional colors for Christmas, okay? So I have 3 different variegated yarns sitting here in my bin. I have made some squares in this color, which that red has bled into the white, so it's very pinkish. And this color, which is so vintage and so iconic of crocheting and Christmas from the 70s, okay? So I have a chart that will show you how many squares you would need to make the tree, and then how many squares you would need to go around it to fill out the rest of the blanket. I do have a chart. I will make it available. I will put my colors on there, and then I will have one that's going to be blank so you can, if you do not want to do colors like this. So for the first time, I'm going to be mixing my variegated yarns in the patchwork square pattern with solid color yarns, okay? Because I have reds and greens in my yarn stash and I want to use them up. I do not want to go yarn shopping. I want to use up what I have here at the house, okay? So I have this red right here. Oh, that's dark burgundy maroon red, right? So that's one of them that I have dug out of my stash. And then look at this emerald green, no, patty green maybe? I found this at the thrift store recently for $2. Picked it up, brought it home because I wasn't sure if I had enough of this color green. So I plan on tearing out my yarn stash. And sometime this year, I would love to inventory and catalog all the yarn in my house. Whether it's using Ravelry and putting it in your stash or just creating my own little database here at home where I have a picture of the yarn and its contents and how many of it I have. I would love to inventory and catalog the yarn that I have. So for Christmas in July, I want to make a blanket. I want to make a Christmas tree skirt, and I want to show you my stockings that I have that my great-grandmother made for my siblings in the 60s and the 70s, okay? Probably more the 70s, all right? And they're made out of granny squares. So that's what I want to do. But it's still all just by the seat of my pants. I just make it up as I go along. So that's what I want to do for Christmas in July, with all the reds and the greens. But I also want to do it in non-traditional colors. I got this idea in my head to do it in pink, to make a Christmas tree blanket in shades of pink, to do a Christmas tree skirt in shades of pink, and to do stockings in shades of pink. So don't you know, I've been working on a tree skirt. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? I am almost done with it. I've only been working on it for the last couple weeks. I will give you guys the pattern for it, okay? Because the pattern, I think, is now in public domain. So I can give you the pattern for it. I've also, when, the depression wasn't too bad, and I could function a little bit, I've been making patchwork squares in shades of pink to do a tree blanket. Okay, and some, hold on, some white with sparkles. My camera picked that up at all? It's white yarn with the metallic thread that is sparkles going through it, because that's going to look fantastic. So, I mean, I have been crocheting a little bit, but my hook's not been moving fast. It's not been flying and on fire like it typically is. I've had no motivation to do anything. So I'm just now starting to get back into it, so we can get ready for Christmas in July. Okay? So no cats are hanging out with me today. Bandit is sleeping on the chair. Arlo, I have no idea where Arlo is at. Yeah, normally he comes and sits with me when I film, but not today. Maybe we're out of practice. And Pennsylvania is also in the middle of a heat wave, so lots of air conditioning going on these days. All right, so my hands have been bothering me lately. Like, all my thoughts are just going so fast. My hands have been bothering me lately. They get sore, they get crampy, right? So I was looking into compression gloves. I found a set on Amazon that had really good reviews on them, and I bought myself a pair of compression gloves. Now, because I got big hands for a woman, I bought the large size, so I don't wear them while I'm crocheting, but afterwards. When I'm done crocheting, I put them on and they compress to get the blood flowing, right? So I picked the large, so it actually covers all of my, because my fingers have been sore. So it covers my whole hand. And I leave them on for about an hour. And I got to tell you guys, it makes such a difference. Because like when I do marathon crocheting, and then I'll go out to the kitchen to get something to drink, and I go to grab the handle on the fridge, and it hurts my wrist. Or I go to grab the jug of milk, and it's all of a sudden my wrist doesn't want to hold on to it. And I lose my grip on some things. My fingers are sore, my wrist is sore, the palm of my hands are sore. But since I bought these compression gloves, I wear them for about an hour when I'm done crocheting, and they're fantastic. I don't do Amazon affiliate links or anything like that, but if I can remember the name of it, and if I can find an Amazon link, you guys let me know, and I can put it down in the comments below. Okay? But seriously, if you guys are marathon crocheters like I am, go out and get yourself a pair of compression gloves. It will help your hands feel better. Okay? So that's my public service announcement for today. It's a bit dark in the house because it's so hot outside. You keep your curtains closed, right? So you keep the sunlight out so it doesn't warm up inside the house. But it also creates a bit of a cave. I'm living in my she cave, my lady cave, my man cave, but for women. Oh, I haven't even been able to read. It's normally in my life, if I can't crochet, I read. And if I can't read, I crochet. But I haven't been able to do either one. Life has been hard. Hard, I tell you. And then now my camera shut off. I guess that means I've been talking too much, right? Okay, now I just sound like I'm whining, but I'm not. We're okay. We're okay. We're gonna be okay. So on that note, yeah, I mean, I do have some yarn I could show you in a yarn haul, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm a bit embarrassed by how much yarn I bought in the last 2 months maybe. So I'm not going to do a yarn haul. I know they're fun to look at and they're fun to watch, but I'm so embarrassed by it. My next video will be to show you how I crochet my patchwork squares together. Okay, since so many of you are saying that you're already done. I mean, you can put your squares together any way you want. All I do is just hold them together and single crochet them. Okay, excuse me, I'm going too fast for my own good. So that will be my next video. All right, I want to thank you guys seriously for everything, for always being there. I appreciate it. Yeah, and everybody who's mean to me in the comments, go away. Go be a troll somewhere else. I just remove your comments, and if your comments are really bad, I block you, so you don't even know it. Yeah, my friends, I do get comments that y'all never see, because it's not worth my time, and it's not even worth your time, I gotta tell you. So, all right, all the love to you guys. Mwah! I love you all, and I will hope to see you by the end of the week, okay? Yeah? Yeah. Keep your thumbs crossed. Keep your thumbs crossed. I'm sorry. Keep your thumbs crossed. You will see me by the end of the week. Oh my God, look how pink I just got in the face. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.